welcome back to another episode of Finance Agents Live. This is episode number 57. I'm not really going to start this thing because in a moment or two we're starting on Facebook, right? So this is the false start, if you will. And 5, 4. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Finance Agents Live. This is episode number 57. And today we're going to be doing the week 4 results from the Will It Fund series. So over the last week, or maybe this morning, we released 4 different videos, which are different funding scenarios. These are examples of real funding scenarios, people that have called us or one of the persons at our company, and they were looking for money. And we talked through the scenario and left you with the cliffhanger of did they fund or not. And now we're going to give you the live results. All right, so I am joined today. I'm Tim MC, of course, here with you almost every week. I am joined today with Ed from our Unsecured Finance division program. He handles people with personal term loans, unsecured finance, business credit cards, personal credit cards, you name it, the unsecured stuff. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone.
Always a pleasure having you here. Real quick, what's unsecured? Pop quiz.
Unsecured are things that are not collateralized.
No collateral. We every once in a while we get somebody who thinks unsecured means I don't got to pay it back. But no, banks don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't like that stuff. They don't like that stuff.
All right, cool. So we're going to be, just like we did last week, we're going to be playing the funding scenario for you. And we'll be trying to make some witty banter, or failing, you know, whatever. We'll be here with you. We're going to watch it together. Darren's about to say something, I think, maybe. Nope. No, he's not. No. All right, let's go ahead and launch this first one. Hit it. Tim and Trey. Boom. And go. Ready, set, go. And go. All right, number 22. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, I'm looking for Dan. Is this Dan?
That's
this
me.
Is Dan.
That's me.
This is Dan. Dan.
I'm Dan the man.
Dan,
Hi, it's Tim from Seen Finance Dan before. Agents calling. I got your information from Jeremy at Capital Finance Source Limited. And he says that you're looking for money for your business. That very big Capital Finance Source Limited.
Is that true? Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm definitely have a practice, and I can definitely use some capital right now.
Okay, great. What kind of practice is it?
I'm an attorney.
You're an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
good
well,
time to talk.
I don't want to make you mad then.
That's right.
10-step process.
Free for you to sue me. Okay, all right, so let's talk about what your need is. So in your existing business, how long have you been in business?
About 5 years.
5 years, yes.
Okay, you got any partners?
So it's just myself right now. I have a semi-partner, but just me.
Still curious about the semi-partner
Okay, great.
thing.
So you and a semi-partner, does this semi-partner own equity, or you're just some sort of rev share?
Just rev share, no equity.
Got it. Okay, all right, so you're the one on the books, and you've been filing business tax returns. Are you caught up and current on all your filings?
You helped a lot of
Great.
attorneys?
And
A few.
why don't you tell me about the last
many.
2 years?
Tricky.
What's your gross and net?
Well, let's forget that for now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
He shut me down.
But I'm more curious about how you can help me. But
Sure,
I just cut to the chase. My credit's not the best in the world.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
And so, but my semi-partner, I have someone who has decent credit that I think I might want to utilize to help.
His semi-partner has someone else.
Okay.
So,
would you say your credit's below 600?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. So we need to look at some options that won't include the business tax returns, which is kind of what you're getting at. So that's good. What is? Have you seen your semi-partner's
going
credit?
through my mind and trying
Sure. I mean, he's
You're
close to
reliving it.
700. Does have some credit card debt,
to
and but yeah,
go through the guideline
he's
process
solid.
as he's saying stuff.
He's solid. Okay. All right. Well, I guess what we could do is there's ways to finance your business using a credit partner, like your partner here. So if you could get us a credit report to review, we could let you know within 24 hours what you can get for that. How much money are you looking for? What's your specific need right now?
About $75,000, and that's what we put towards marketing, finding more clients.
You're looking for around $75,000 for marketing, which would grow your business.
hope it works.
If you had that $75,000 today, how quickly would you see that benefit hit your practice?
Probably a good 3 to 4 weeks before the marketing kicks in as far as people walking in the door.
Okay. And would you spend that 75 right away, or would you phase it out over a year? How would that
Pretty
work?
much one fell swoop. I could spend 300,000, but 75,000.
300.
Yeah, what is that marketing?
So you'd pump it out there really fast. You'd immediately see that
a lot of money.
return. And if you put in 75,000 in marketing, what do you expect to get back within 6 months? Would that bring in $150,000 in business or more?
I would say more.
More. Okay.
Each client, a client can bring in revenue from 10,000 to up to 500,000. One client.
And does that come in quickly, or is that over years?
That's over at least a good 12 months.
Okay.
What kind of attorney?
So,
do
and
you remember?
if you put out 75,000,
I
how many?
remember.
Do you have any? Have you experimented with this type of marketing in the
each
past? Do you know
client,
what the return
they
is?
can
Sure,
probably easily
definitely.
make
It's
10 per
local
person.
TV and
But if he's got to sue
in
somebody.
bus stops.
and wait-
Yeah.
Every
right.
$5,000 in marketing,
Yeah.
how many clients would you expect to get from that?
I can get a good 1.5.
1.5 clients. Okay, all right. So there's a couple different options I see we can look at here. Okay, so you watched it. What do you think?
All right, they cut me off because I said a little too much at the end. All right, awesome. So you remember the scenario? Is
I
this
do.
right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Very vividly too.
Tell it very vividly, right? All right, how was this attorney to work with?
He was, he's like an attorney, so he's going to be very detailed about things. He was over 70 years old, very sharp individual. This is the credit partner, actually. I didn't really have much communication with the business partner.
The credit partner was also an attorney?
Yes.
Okay.
He was also an attorney, so he came in, asked a lot of questions about the program. Very thorough, very bright individual. He actually educated me on some stuff, which was great. So we were able to successfully pull it off. One thing that I did mention to him that he had to some way form a shape, whether a member, some affiliation with the business, so he went ahead and added himself. He got that taken care of pretty swiftly, and it
all right, so
reported.
Yeah, so we got funding first
Yes.
of all, right? All right, so good news. Let's ring a bell.
Yeah.
This was a success. How much funding were we able to get here?
Well, he kind of capped us, so we got roughly
Capped us.
about 70,000. Otherwise, I could have gone more.
70,000, but he could have gotten more. And was this through credit cards, business credit cards, personal credit cards, or personal term loans?
It was the business credit card program.
Business credit card program. Okay. And so what you've got is an existing business and a new credit partner. What is the process to take a new credit partner and integrate them into the business the way you're talking about? You need to get them on the books, they need to be a part of the business. What was that?
Well, for this credit partner, he was already affiliated with the business.
It's already in the business. Okay.
He was already in the business, which was great. All he did was just added himself onto the articles, went to the website,
Made it official.
website,
Just
made it official.
right? Okay.
And then he provided me with the documents. And then once we submitted the bank package, the banks were requesting for verification. We have it, and we got the funding done.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at that. Happy customer.
Yes.
By the way, while I'm going, if anybody has questions, comments, notes, anything, put it in there. Darren will relay it to us because we can't see it, but please feel free to, any questions or comments, go for it. With that said, I'll just go ahead and go on to the next one. And as soon as Darren can... Oh yeah, tell us about the results. What do you got?
All right, so we have 3 people who decided that it was not going to fund. Actually, I should say everybody said it wasn't going to fund. There was comments in there about it wasn't going to fund.
Really, what
And-
were some of the reasons that people thought it wouldn't fund? Is it
it-
just because they don't like attorneys, or?
No, but it won't fund. He is hiding something. Plus, he's depending on IF. Not sure what IF is.
Ah, I don't know. The International Monetary Fund, maybe?
I think it's IMF, but
IF, depending on IF.
And then no, we're not loaning money to a shyster on the if come maybe.
Huh,
And
okay.
this-
I appreciate that you guys don't like attorneys. That works. You know, I also think we could have looked at that for a revenue-based advance. We have done revenue advances to attorneys in the past, and it sounded like, that's why I was asking all the questions about if you'd spent $5,000 in marketing, how quickly is it going to bring you how many customers? Because if within 6 months, his 75 grand in marketing is going to generate over $150,000 in revenue, and then probably a lot more, that's a good RBA customer too. Now, if you get cheaper source of funds, that's great. But if you needed 300 grand and you got 75 grand from term loans and another 75 grand from RBA,
and he can spend all the money and have it returned, that's another source. So, you know, when you're watching this, you had no idea how good the credit partner is. That's something you'll just never know. But even if that was a no, the revenue advance could have been a hit as well. So, a couple different options for this customer. And I forgot to ask about personal income. It's another thing. Should have asked if the credit partner had a good, solid personal income, because then potentially also could have qualified for a personal term loan. So I really missed a few that I don't think I asked about retirement account or real estate holdings. I basically didn't ask anything. I didn't do my job. So that is not how calls normally go. We ask more questions to get a full picture in order to understand the best way to fund somebody.
Well, for this particular client, he wanted everything under the business. So that's why the UBF program was the best route for him.
Okay, excellent.
Well, you might have better luck with this one.
All right, great. Let's see if I screwed this next one up too. Will it fund? Oh, 25. I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Hello.
Yes, this is
Hey,
Francis.
is this Francis? Francis.
This is Francis.
Tim here from Finance Agents. How you doing today?
I've heard of you, Tim. Doing good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
Some
All
YouTube
good
channel.
things, I hope. Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Francis Little
Great.
Dan.
Well, good. I got your
Francis
information
and
from
Dan.
John, but I guess you already know who we are, so that's cool. He said that you needed financing. Do you have time to talk right now?
Sure, definitely. Let's
Remember to do it that time.
got plenty of time.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Well, good. Let's jump right into it. What are you looking to do?
All right. Well, I have an online business. Been in business maybe about 5 years, but very little revenue over those 5 years.
Online
I
business
just
is
need
tough.
more, or need some capital for more inventory.
Okay.
And so it's been tough sledding, but it's just me.
You don't even see how inventory is going to
Got
help.
nobody else to rely on, and so would love about $50,000 to $75,000 range for inventory for my website.
Okay, great. Well, starting a business is always tough and can take a little while to get going, so don't be discouraged. What do you sell?
Well, it's you know, with the whole new regulations of
cages.
today's market, everyone's more 420 friendly. So
You're selling weed online?
hemp products,
Hemp products.
more like T-shirts.
That's what it sounded like, right?
Well,
not the
yeah.
actual-
Not paraphernalia.
Oh yeah, Joe passed
Paraphernalia.
on the way here.
Non-paraphernalia. So hemp-related products. Okay, well, I mean that's totally legal. All right, great. So when you say you haven't had a lot of, have you been filing tax returns, business tax returns?
Yes.
Okay. So what was your gross revenue last year for the whole year?
Well, last year it was about 82,000.
82,000 for the year. All right, so you're doing about $7,000 a month. Is that continuing this year?
It's kind of dipped. The last couple months have been kind of dry because of some medical issues. So, but I need to get this back up and running.
Get it back up and running. Okay. All right. And so will buying more inventory increase your business? I've heard a lot of people say with online businesses, you don't even need the inventory. You just need marketing because then other people will supply the inventory. So how is having the extra inventory going to boost the business?
Well, I don't have it set up where
pricing or something.
Bulk pricing, yes, but I don't have it set up where the inventory is somewhere else. I have my own warehouse for my inventory.
Okay, great. All right, so you're looking at 50 to 75. You don't have a specific number. If we could get you less or more, you'd be happy either way. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. On your business tax returns, have you been filing a net profit or a loss?
A loss.
A loss. Okay. And what would you say your personal credit's like?
It was good up until about 3 years ago. I filed for BK, bankruptcy. So I went through the bankruptcy process.
Okay.
Got divorced.
Killer.
There goes term loans.
loans.
Sorry to hear that. That could be tough. It happens to a lot of people. You go through BK
Personal
and
loans.
the credit goes, but you know, you got your own
Credit
business. You
cards.
bring it back. She didn't take the business, obviously.
How do you know it's a she?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just assumed.
Grilling you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Keep me on the toes.
All right. So the credit is a little bit challenged. You got friends or family that'd be willing to help you out as a credit partner.
I lost them in the divorce too. It's just me.
Lost your
Okay.
friends in the divorce.
Wow.
That's a rough divorce.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So
Did something real
business
wrong.
is doing a net loss, and your personal credit is challenged. We don't have a credit partner to bring in. Do you have retirement funds?
I do not.
Okay. You have any real estate holdings?
I lost the house.
Okay. Stocks and bonds.
No, I don't have any stocks and bonds.
Okay.
But my score is right around 720 now.
Right
I
around
rebuilt it
720.
a little bit by getting a couple of
But you just
gas
got the BK
cards.
from 3 years ago, right?
Right.
Okay, so the credit's coming back up.
Right.
But you got the BK.
Not looking
Got
good.
it.
No, it's not.
Okay, I think that's good enough for what we need to do. I'm going to send out an app.
you could fill in the information and get it back to us. We confirm in about 24 hours.
I could run my credit?
We will not if you have access to one of those credit monitoring sites.
Okay.
Then we'll just use that information. Do you have access to a credit monitoring site?
No. What should I use?
You know, you use anything you want. We recommend people go to annualcreditreport.com and pull their free Experian report. It's free. Get it over to us. We'll get an answer to you within 24 hours.
You got it?
All right. Awesome. Thanks for talking to me. Talk to you soon.
Oh,
there it is. I probably would not have actually asked for somebody to send in their credit.
Yeah.
After that. But what was that? Wow, there's something loud outside. All right, and how's your chance to say you pulled a miracle with this guy? Is that what happened?
Very slim. No, we weren't able to do anything for this person.
It would have actually been a miracle,
yes,
unfortunately.
It would have been a miracle.
All right, let's talk why this deal wouldn't work for personal term loans, personal or business credit cards.
Well, the main factor is when he mentioned about the bankruptcy in the past 3 years. That's pretty much the killer.
Deal killer.
For everything.
Have you ever helped somebody with a bankruptcy?
I have.
You know, tell us about some scenarios where a bankruptcy didn't kill the deal. In what situation?
A great example would be if the bankruptcy does not show on the credit report.
If it doesn't show up.
If it doesn't show up, we might be able to get fundings for the client. But generally,
that takes
whenever
like
that
10
happens,
years.
10 plus years, 15 years maybe. So I've had scenarios where a client didn't tell me they had a bankruptcy. I found out, but we were still able to get additional fund. You know, some banks did ask me, well, what happened during that time? You know, well, ask the client what happened during that time. So it was just a slap on the hand, but they still extended, you know, funds for the client.
Great. All right. So bankruptcy is okay. If it's so long ago that nobody knows about it,
yeah, or not,
just tell us what,
on the credit report.
Just tell us what banks you bankrupted, so we don't take you there, because that's not going to be good. It's like running into an ex. You had a bad falling out.
Yeah, good analogy.
All right, so if it falls off the credit, it's okay. Have there been any scenarios when the bankruptcy is still showing up on the credit? What if it's 9.5 years old, about to go? Maybe it's a business versus, I don't know. Is there some other scenario where it still works, or is it otherwise?
It can. I mean, it will be more towards the personal route, but you got to have exceptional credit history after that bankruptcy, meaning no continuous lates after, no derogatories. Then yes, we might be able to do something on the personal side, personal credit card side.
Yes, but maybe, and it's going to be less and worse interest rates. Okay, Darren, did we get any comments or thoughts from the great world out there?
Yeah, we actually did. Unfortunately, most everybody looks like here thought it would fund.
Everyone thought it would fund with a bankruptcy.
It says, but there was a comment, I don't think there would be any restrictions on those types of products. We may be able to get a cash advance for some inventory depending on their cash flow.
Okay, so so people were thinking not about the credit card program. They were thinking about getting financing some other way. If you're looking at a cash advance, which is a revenue-based advance based on the revenue, and he had been doing about $7,000 a month, you're already in just about the lowest that you could ever get one for. And then it sounds like it dropped off from medical issues. So
declining
cash
revenues.
advance was not going to happen if he's only bringing in $1,000 a month. There's no cash to advance, unfortunately. And even if it was, it'd be so small, we just don't deal with $1,000 cash advance. And then everything else, no retirement funds, no real estate assets. He's been filing business tax returns, which is good, but at a loss. That kind of why, and then with that and the BK together, you can't go to term financing. He maybe could have gotten some equipment. An equipment finance company could have potentially approved him, but for online, there's no equipment. You need some computers, and hemp products are inventory, not equipment. So I don't see a way out for this gentleman, unfortunately, other than make some new friends with good credit. All right, find a new credit partner.
Or he could start printing the shirts himself.
Yeah, we still need the money to do it, right?
Yeah.
You got to buy the shirts or grow the shirts, start weaving his own hemp shirts.
There you go.
Whatever it is. All right, cool. Moving on. Who's next? And fund 23. Go. Ring, ring.
Yes.
Hello, I am looking for John. This is John, right?
This is John.
John, Tim here from Finance Agents.
Hey, Tim.
How are you doing today? I was referred to you by Sally at Sallyport Financial.
Okay, great. Yeah, I know Sally.
Okay, yeah, she said you were awesome and looking for money for, and she didn't say what. What are you looking for?
Well, you know, I got a couple minutes to talk right now, so let's go into that.
Okay, good.
I basically right now I'm trying to buy into a franchise.
Okay,
it's Vapor Shark, which is like a vape shop.
You're looking to start a new franchise location, or you want to buy an existing?
It's going to be a brand new location.
No, not many.
Currently, right now, I own 3 different Subways.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
I'm looking to do something a little bit different. Yep.
Why are you looking to do the switch from Subways to
I'm just diversifying.
vaping?
I know, it's
okay.
all those smokers.
Are you going to put them next to your Subway? That's
a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That makes sense.
Easier to
High
keep
traffic
track of,
area.
yeah.
Take advantage of it. Okay, cool. So you want to open a new Vapor Shark. How much do you have to put in? How much do you need?
I mean, I like to use other people's money, so I need right around 120 to do this.
Total cost?
Total cost that involves the initial investment, but 120. There's not a lot of overhead.
That's cheap.
So
that's to open a physical location and the franchise fee and working capital and everything.
It's a fraction of what Subway would usually be.
That's great.
So 120 is the goal. I have good personal credit.
Okay, great.
And I'm still negotiating a location right now.
All right, so 120 is the goal. You're going to have to come in with some cash. How much do you have available? We don't need to use it all. We'll try to make it as little as possible, but what do you have available if we needed everything you had?
About 50,000 in cash.
You got 50, which means the minimum you would need to be able to succeed
is
70. And maybe more. Is there a chance those costs are going to balloon once you find the new location with tenant improvements?
Sure, being a business owner that often you can't see what's coming around the corner, so absolutely.
Okay, so a minimum of 70,000, and you have good credit. What kind of financing have you got for the other Subways? Do you have a bunch of loans on those that are existing or debt, or are they all?
I have done an SBA before.
You did an SBA loan for one of the Subway locations, or is it a blanket?
My first location.
Okay, and did that Subway loan tie up your personal real estate? Is your personal real estate collateralizing your other Subway loan?
I do have my primary house involved with that.
Okay, great. Do you have any other real estate tie up besides
everything?
I do not.
Okay. When you say good credit, when was the last time you actually saw your credit?
Sure. I belong to a service. It's consistently 730, 740.
Okay. All right. And no charge-offs, no lates, no foreclosures, no bankruptcies.
I'm very, very...
no late payments at all?
No late payments.
Great. Okay. That sounds good. All right. So you got 50 grand down. You need at least 70, possibly more. You have good credit. Now, your Subways, are they all owned under separate businesses, or is that one business? And is this new one going to be a part of that one, or are you creating a separate legal entity?
They're all under one and trying to do something totally separate, if possible.
Completely separate. Okay. Anybody else going to be involved in the business? Are you going to be the sole owner, or are you going to have any partners?
It's just me. And so me, myself, and I.
Okay. All right. Well, have you already put down the franchise fee?
I have not. I'm waiting to get some sort of pre-approval first.
I wanted to ask if you could use credit cards for the franchise fee.
Okay,
I think some.
All right, well, it sounds like I have what we need in order to start the process. I'm going to send out an application. If you can get the information back to me, we'd typically let you know within 24 hours what we think we can do and how quickly and how good we feel about it.
Great. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks a lot.
And I forgot to ask about personal income. That's the one thing I forgot about. So, what can you tell me about this guy selling smoke to kids?
To kids. Well, he had 2 shops. I remember this now, and
He already had.
He has 2 Subway shops.
2 Subways. Okay.
At 2 different locations, and we were able to leverage the income he makes, that he pays himself from the Subway, to get the finance so that he can open up his vape shop.
So what you're saying is this one funded?
This one funded.
All right.
Yeah.
Ring a bell.
So that's where you hold it. Yes. So it funded. On top of that, we piggyback with UBF right after, and we got around 82,000. I know that.
So you got personal term loans and business credit cards.
Yes.
Combined.
Combined. So we got about, I think, 40 on the term loans and another 42 on the business credit card. But he capped us.
Oh, so you could have gotten a lot more.
I could have gotten a lot more, exactly.
He said that's it.
So yeah, it worked.
So he put in 40 in cash, got 40 in a term loan, or in a personal term loan, and 40 in credit cards in order to get his whole 120. All right, awesome. That sounds like a happy customer.
Yes, he was.
What did the crowd say?
The crowd said...
What smoke signals did they send to us? I know, it's not funny. I'm
Yes.
just
They
trying.
said yes, it was going to fund.
Okay.
And our resident expert, JD, asked, does he have any experience in the vape business? Does he have any business credit cards? What is his credit limit on his personal credit cards?
Yeah, that's a thing that we didn't really ask. If you already had 3 Subways and you already, or 2, whatever, and you had a bunch of business credit cards, sometimes it's hard to get more for another
Correct.
business. If you have 2 completely separate businesses, and let's say you have 5 credit cards from 5 different banks for business 1, and you go back with business number 2 and apply, can you get credit cards from the same banks, effectively having 2 per lender because you have 2 different businesses?
Yes, you can. I'm actually going through one like this right now. So it's definitely possible.
For the right borrower, you can get 2. What about 3?
I have never pushed
Haven't
for 3.
seen that. All right. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so that was everybody got their signals right. It was a win-win.
Yep.
Fund to fund. It was a double fund. We got 2 different programs on that one. All right, let's wrap it up. We've got one more. Starting. Will It Fund 24. Is that better? Getting
All right,
chastised
let's
for
get
being
this
too
rolling.
loud.
Hello?
This is Billy Joe.
Billy Joe. John here from Finance Agents. How are you doing today?
Billy Joel.
I'm
No,
good.
Billy
How about
Joe,
yourself,
not
sir?
Billy Joel.
I am doing great. I got your information from Olivia at Popeye Funding, and she told me to give me a call, said you had something interesting
trying
you
to be
wanted to
funny,
talk
but-
about.
Need to write
Why
some
don't you tell
jokes
me?
in advance.
Well, it may be. I'm trying to start a business.
Okay.
So,
Well, great. Do you have time right now, actually? I know I'm
sure.
calling you
Yeah,
out of the
definitely.
blue
This
here.
is perfect time.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so you're looking to start a business?
Yeah, I want to start my own pool cleaning business.
Okay.
There's a high demand for that here.
Sounds
in
easy
Little
to
Rock.
start a
Okay.
cleaning business.
So, what's better than working at a pool with people
That's
all
right.
around?
Yeah, all sorts of fun stories about
there
pool
we go.
cleaning. So cleaning pools. Now that sounds to me like a good business to start because it doesn't sound like you're going to need a lot of capital. Right? You just got to get out there and start doing the work. So you just need money for equipment, or is it? Is there expensive equipment? For a
Funding
pool?
goal for me, I think, is $50,000. I have a truck already. It's just more some pool
Yeah,
equipment,
sometimes,
and
pool service, they have
I'm
to
looking to purchase
buy
a
routes.
territory.
Maybe
from-
that's part of it.
You're buying a
from
territory.
Joe, and that's about
there you go.
$20,000.
Territory, you called it.
So you need $20,000 total cash to buy the territory. When you buy that territory, it does not come with equipment.
It does not.
So you're going to need how much in equipment?
So maybe around 10,000, and the rest is
10,000 in equipment.
put towards.
I don't even know what.
I'm imagining the nets to clean
It's
the pool.
probably,
There's more expensive stuff, I
net
guess.
chemicals.
They're gold plated.
Chemicals.
Yeah,
Gold plated.
clean the pool.
Okay, so 20,000 to get the route. How many houses
Yeah.
do you get on that route?
Put
The
net-
territory that I'm looking at is probably around 14.
14 houses. Okay.
14 clients.
I think
that
you
are
get more than
existing,
14 clients for
and the
20
remaining
grand
funds
too.
will
I'm
be
picking
put
this one
towards
apart.
marketing, finding new clients.
Sounds like a.
Okay, great. All right, so
Okay.
let's dig into this a
You're
little
our
bit. So
expert.
you're looking to start a business. Have you ever owned a business before, or do you currently own any other
I
businesses?
have not.
All right. What is your personal credit like?
Amazing.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's that good.
Not sure. Okay.
So
Have you ever
It's
had
not
a
even cleaned up.
No.
Get it?
Have you ever had a foreclosure?
No.
Have you ever owned or had a home loan?
The only thing I've ever had was a Capital One card, and I went late. So that's about it.
Capital One card. You went late, or you're currently late right now?
It's closed, but
Card got closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if you have any other credit cards at all?
That's all I've ever had.
Okay. So it's going to be a little tough with your credit. Do
looking.
you have
What
any
happened?
friends
I'm looking.
or
Trying to
family
think of
members that
something.
might want to be a partner in the pool business or act as a credit partner for you in order to help you get started?
My plan is my grandmother's willing to co-sign.
Your grandmother's willing to co-sign. Okay, that's great. Awesome. And I'm assuming that means she has good credit, or have you seen it?
She says she's willing to help out, and she's
That's
a
nice of her.
homeowner. She lives in New York, and I can only assume she can never do anything wrong. So she has good credit from what I know.
Grandma
Okay,
in New
great.
York.
Awesome.
Look
Well,
at 'em. Save the
what
day.
I can do is I can send out an application. You
Where's he
can get her credit information to us,
Not New
and
York.
we'll let you know or confirm whether or not
Arizona.
she qualifies as a credit partner. So that could be a good way to go. Some other options. I don't know if does she have retirement funds that you could use in order to finance the business, where you wouldn't have to take any financing at all? You'd basically be financing.
She's been retired for all my life. So
okay, so she's probably outside the range for that. Real estate holdings, I mean, it might be a bit much for just $50,000 financing, but if the credit doesn't work, we do have other options we can look at as well.
Okay, let's get this done.
Let's get that out. We'll get you an answer within 24 hours, all right?
I appreciate it.
Awesome. You bet. Okay, so you watched it.
There I am.
What do you think? Now is your chance to weigh in. Go to the bottom. Click a thumbs up if you think it's going to fund. Click a thumb. All right, okay. So let's break that apart. We got a guy who wants to start a pool business. It's
Brand
the most
new.
Expensive pool business I've ever heard of, considering he doesn't need to buy a truck. Something like $10,000 in chemicals, which sounds crazy. I don't know. The most expensive thing in a pool cleaning business got to be, what, some motorized pool cleaner that go around the pool?
Yeah, and those things are really expensive.
Right, but if you're cleaning it yourself, you don't need a motorized cleaner. You just go clean it. Aren't you the motor?
There's a combination of, you use both. So you'll use a vacuum system, as well as brushes and nets. So
what do you think it would cost to get the stuff to clean a pool?
If you want a good system, probably about $3,000 to $4,000 at least for the vacuum.
Just the system.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And you're dealing with a lot of chemicals. You know, chlorine depends on the pool. If it's salt water, that's a whole other system.
Okay.
They have boron.
More than
is
I
another pool. Mount San Antonio College Junior College in Walnut uses a boron system.
All right, now
filtration
we're getting a
system.
little more specific.
So yeah, so you're
you get the
gonna
idea. It could cost some money. $20,000 for a route that has 14 customers sounds a little high to me. I don't know how much how much do you make cleaning a pool? Is it $100?
It ranges, yeah, $100 is probably the norm.
A month. You're looking at $1,400 a month off of $20,000. I don't know the numbers. I'm not crazy about the numbers on here, but what we do have is some guy with a happy grandma with good credit, willing to be a co-signer. So does that work? To co-sign? Well, let's look at personal term loans. Could she co-sign a personal term loan? Grandma who's been retired for grandson's whole life.
Well,
She
they can
probably
always
doesn't
use
have
a
any
credit
income
partner
anymore, right?
But I think the situation here, which makes it difficult, is that they're in two different states.
Yeah, Arizona to New York, not too close.
Exactly. So that's going to be the deal breaker right there.
Really? Dunzo. So grandma cannot be a partner in a business in Arizona if she's in New York. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because what can happen is they want to know the reason why, who's going to be operating the business, and it's just a little bit difficult in that sense. I mean, if grandma was to incorporate in New York, the business, and we might be able to do something, but I guess his business was incorporated in Arizona.
All right, so if you have a relative in another state that wants to co-sign for you, it's going to be a challenge because banks don't like that, because they're going to say, you're saying that's a partner, but how can they really be a partner? How can grandma be cleaning pools? She maybe can't get out of her chair,
poor
right?
old
So,
grandma.
and you say, in New York, not going to be a fit. All right, so that is no bell.
Nope.
No ringing the bell for that. But the workaround would be for grandma to open the business, and then they're not necessarily looking if she's buying the route in Arizona, but that's a little complicated and maybe more than she wants to do, and not really how we advise people. All right, so that is 4 scenarios. What did the crowd say to that, Darren?
Well, unfortunately, everybody thought it would fund.
We tricked ya.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
So
trick
JD
you.
states his credit file is too thin and grandma can't be a partner, so it'll have to be collateralized with grandma's assets.
Okay, so JD did get that grandmother
knows
could
the
not.
stuff.
JD, I'm always impressed, man. So he's banking on the assets. You know, we really didn't get into that. Grandmother has some good assets. Maybe there's something there, but
Yeah,
not
you just got to ask more questions
right.
about the grandma, bring grandma on board.
Because you can't do a retirement rollover. The retirement's out of that rollover stage. So if she has real estate, we could maybe do CRE, but she's probably going to be living in the house that we'd be pulling real estate money out of, which is not really a fit for us. So you're starting to run out of options. Maybe he has another relative. Anyway, go ahead. More comments?
I was just, so Stan Howard said, I think it'll be fun for a lesser amount, maybe around 10,000. I'm a little worried about the number of clients on that route that he's buying. Should be at least around 80 clients or more to start. 20 clients is only 1 client per day, plus his credit is thin. And you can usually clean a pool, within an hour or 2.
Darren would know. How long does it take to clean a pool, Darren?
Oh, 25-yard, 8-lane pool takes a little while.
Yeah, wow.
A little while. That's the specific.
My guy is skimming on me. He's in 20 minutes.
In and out 20 minutes?
I know.
All right, well, he's
talk to him.
Skimming your pool. Right? Okay, that's it. Anything else interesting on there, Darren? No, that it? Okay, all right, well, that wraps it up. Unless we've had any comments or questions for the fabulous Ed? Nope. All right, we'll wrap it up today. Thank you, everybody, for allowing us to trick you with our episodes. I hope you learned something about what will and will not fund. I will tell you just about every time I get on the phone with a client, I learn something new, so it's constantly interesting. Thank you for coming on to the show, and we'll see you next week with 4 new scenarios.